Hey, my friends, how's it going? Hey, it's been a wonderful day. I'm glad you're watching this 365-day devotional, and I hope you enjoy it. Because that's what it is, 365-day devotional. Trying to get this once or twice per day. This will be titled An Honest Look. Now a man who was lame from birth was being carried to the temple gate called Beautiful, where he was put every day to beg for those going into the temple courts. When he saw Peter and John about to enter, he asked them for money. Peter looked straight at him, as did John. Acts 3:2-4. Just went over this today. I think it was a Bible study with Joel Osteen Ministries. If you go to that YouTube page for Joel Osteen, his not his wife, his mom, no, his sister and his brother do Bible study on Monday night. Very, very informative. And Peter looked straight at him, as did John, and said they didn't have money, but they healed the guy. They told him to get to his feet. It's very, very cool. Here we go. Acts 3:2-4. Change begins with an honest look. Just 2 years ago, Bazuna Tolma was the town drunk in Adama, South Africa. He and his wife were so consumed with alcohol that they farmed out their kids to neighbors and resigned themselves to a drunken demise. But then someone saw them. Members of an area church began bringing the couple food and clothing. They invited them to worship services. Bazuna was not interested. However, his wife, Billy, was. She began to sober up and consider the story of Christ, the promise of a new life, the offer of a second chance. She believed. Bazuna was not so quick. He kept drinking until one night he fell so hard he knocked a dent in his face. Friends found him in a gully and took him to church and shared Jesus with him. He hasn't touched a drop since. It all began with an honest look at and a helping hand. Could this be God's strategy for human hurt? First, kind eyes meet desperate ones. Next, strong hands help weak ones. Then the miracle of God. We do our small part, He does the big part, and life at the beautiful gate begins to be just that. Man. That's why I always say we got to do our part. You never know what part you play in God's plan. With everybody you encounter, everybody's struggling with something. I struggle with something. It may not be a struggle. It could just be, I don't know, first world problems. No, not even. It's not really a struggle, but you have to ask me. Yeah. The people are out there struggling. I mean, loved ones are sick. Loved ones are dying. People are still grieving over divorces or kids that left home or children that passed away, tragically even. So, how can you help them out? How can you lend a helping hand to them? Somehow, just talking to them, being their friend, showing them the love of Christ. We do our small part. He does the big part, and life at the beautiful gate begins to be just that. Peter looked straight at him, as did John. Pretty sure Peter said, "Get up." Acts 3:2-4. See how quick we can get to Acts. Proverbs, Mark, Luke, John, Acts 3. Oh, yes. One day Peter and John were going up to the temple at the time of prayer at 3 in the afternoon. Now a man crippled, no, this was from Elevation Church today. Elevation Church. Now a man crippled from birth was being carried to the temple gate called Beautiful, where he was put every day to beg from those going into the temple courts. When he saw Peter and John about to enter, he asked them for money. Peter looked straight at him, as did John. Then Peter said, "Look at us." So the man gave them his attention, expecting to get something from them. Then Peter said, "Silver or gold I do not have, but what I have I give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, walk." taking him by the right hand, he helped him up, and instantly the man's feet and ankles became strong. He jumped to his feet and began to walk. Then he went with them into the temple courts, walking and jumping and praising God. When all the people saw him walking and praising God, they recognized him as the same man who used to sit begging at the temple gate called Beautiful, and they were filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to him. That's Acts 3. Acts 3, 1 through 10? Yeah, Acts 3, 1 through 10. Alright, guys. Acts 3, 1 through 10. And Max LUCADO's God is with you every day. 365-day devotional. And I always forget the title. An honest look. Yep. Cool. If you have something for somebody, some vital information that can change their life, wouldn't you want to tell them? So tell them. You know what you're supposed to do. Cool. Could save their life. Yep. Or they could tell you something that could save yours. Communication. Cool. Bridges, not walls. Right? Alright. I gotta roll. There's some cute cat action. The miniature tiger. Hey Stormy! Hey Stormy, what you getting very clean? Yeah, you're very clean. You're a very clean cat. Right there, you missed the spot there. And right there. And right there, you missed the spot there. And right there, you missed the spot right there. No, I didn't. Alright, good cat. Alright, y'all. Professor Valdez? No way, I gotta stop this. Go.